Hey, Power Ranger fans, welcome to another episode of Power Rangers Lore. This week we're going to talk about the Blue Senturion. Now, he is a Ranger from the year 2205. He is a force for good and an intergalactic police officer, and he is seeking one thing and one thing only: to go back in time and warn the Rangers about an apocalyptic invasion by the United Forces of Evil, led by the Grand Monarch of Evil himself, Dark Spectre. So, he is not very good with the details, though, and kind of tells them that it's going to happen in the year 2000. Well, happens 2 years earlier than they thought. And because of the reason that is, well, apparently it's explained that him going back in time has caused a series of events to speed up by 2 years. Well, kind of basically, you can't stop this evil, we're going to push it through anyway. By him going back in time, he helps the Rangers several times in many different events, and helps them and shows off his own powers of the future, such as his new Robozord, and helps them out, as well as giving parking tickets to a bunch of different people who are not expecting to get a parking ticket from a walking robot. Now, Angel Group has seen a lot, so they probably just went around and went, okay, why am I getting a ticket from a robot who has probably no jurisdiction out there currently, being as that it's Earth and not part of the intergalactic community at the time, but who am I to say? So, the Blue Senturion, he goes about and helps the Rangers for 16 whole episodes. Most of the time he's in the background or doing funny gags in the back with Bulk and Skull, who are trying to become cops, I do believe, at this time. And he is helping them out and also showing them right from wrong, but also at the same time jumping in near the end of the battles to help out the Rangers themselves when they are in a tight spot. Now, being a complex character he's an intergalactic police officer, but he's also technically a Power Ranger in many ways, because he doesn't have an alternate form. He has a morphing form, like he has a giant robot form, but he's technically a Power Ranger. However, we can now see through Beast Morphers where he came from. And now, what do I mean by that? Captain Canuck, or Captain Knuckles, is a intergalactic police officer himself. He is not a Ranger, but he was shown in Beast Morphers to be an intergalactic police officer. Now, he was not a Ranger because it specifically said that he wasn't. Also, he had to get body modifications to be able to fight the forces of evil. So Captain Knuckles is just basically a nice little link over there to explain how they went from fully integrated robots. Now, Knuckles, by going this half cyborg feel, sacrificed his family and basically his own happiness to be able to fight the forces of evil, because he refused to go back home because he didn't want his daughter to see him as a monster. So later on, we're probably going to see from that point of him to the Blue Senturion a fully developed droid system, where these robots will be able to take the part of these humans or humanoid creatures from being fully transformed into this, because they could not access the morphing grid for whatever reason, even though everyone on Earth can, apparently. So, the Blue Senturion would help the Rangers through there and basically not fully give us a bunch of backstory. However, at the end of Turbo, he would leave with Dimitri to aid Zordon right before the final battle, and would cause some, basically would not be able to there to help the Rangers as they get their butts kicked and they were defeated. Now, he would also claim that he could not be corrupted or turned evil. However, twice in the series, he is turned evil multiple times. So, maybe by him leaving early was just another programming error that caused the Rangers to lose. But he's not fully evil at this point, because he comes back to help the Phantom Ranger in Power Rangers in Space series for 2 episodes, as him and the Phantom Ranger are fighting on some unknown planet and getting their butts kicked by the Machine Empire. I mean, like, explosions all in the background, surrounded by thousands upon thousands of droids. We had the Phantom Ranger and the Blue Senturion flying through the air. Now, they are eventually outnumbered and captured, but are saved right before execution by the energy wave that Zordon unleashes upon his death. Now, we wouldn't see him again, this Blue Senturion, until SPD. Now, you're now thinking, where was he in SPD? Well, he was a cameo in one of the episodes known as Stakeout. He's a video game character seen for like maybe a half a second fighting against a monster that they probably weren't actually playing. Now, he never also showed up in Legendary Battles, which is weird because he can't go back to the future because it never says that he could. That's why he kind of stayed behind. He basically was a one-way trip. So where is he to this day? Is he destroyed? Or did he just go in hibernation? Or is he somewhere in the galaxy setting things up for the future? We don't know. A being like him being in the past is a very complicated thing. Now, there is not much more known about the Blue Senturion rather than where he came from, due to some small little snippets in Boom Studio Comics, where he has him being a first rookie cop going back in time, working with Ninjor, who is kind of a dick, and basically becomes a good grade A cop. They're forced to work together and make a good team to defeat the bad guy. We won't see much more of him except for in another little cameo thing of Soul the Dragon, but it's nothing major there going on. So, I hope you enjoyed that little spot of the Blue Centurion, and I hope to get some likes, comments, and subscribes. Give me what you guys want to see next. I liked when people give me some little edging there. I love when people bring up, I want to see the Blue Senturion. He's not my favorite character, but I hope he's a favorite character to someone out there. I think we're probably going to be doing more and more with this intergalactic police force going on. I hope to see more stuff going on there. So, until next time, guys,